There we go. Candace Owens. Candace Owens.
Don't get crazy with her. Did she say
Candace
anything?
Owens actually didn't say something that I actually would go off on this bobblehead.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, I told you a clock that's broken is right at least one time a day.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it twice a day? Twice a day.
Mm-hmm.
If it's broken at 6 o'clock, it's going to be right at 6 p.m. and 6 a.m.
Yeah.
So even a bobblehead can be right sometimes. Conservative political commentary Candace Owens received support on Friday from pro-Palestinian social media users for her opposition to genocide amid the ongoing Israeli-Hamas war. Basically, she said she was against genocide. And she felt like Prime Minister Benjamin, I'll never say his name right, is by refusing to give food and fuel and electricity and medicine to the people of Gaza, he's pretty much demising that whole sector where they are all going to die because you're after Hamas, because you're keeping these humanitarian efforts away. All the people are going to pass away. Mm-hmm. Now, she got mixed reviews for that. There are people who, and again, this kind of goes back to what we was just talking about. Why do people have to be pro all in, 100%, foot in, everything on one side? Why do I have to be pro everything that's going on Israel or pro everything that's going on in Gaza? It's ridiculous. It's almost like people they don't understand nuances anymore.
Right.
Like you can still, there's a way that they even used to capture people back in the day. There was a way that you could capture somebody and still be humane to them. Mm-hmm. You can be humane to an animal that you got to put out of his misery, for God's sake. A cow. Mm-hmm. Some people say, I don't like hitting the cow in the head 100 times to get him to go down. Can't you come up with something else that knocks him out earlier? Mm-hmm. I know it's still killing them and we're going to eat them, but a little humane, for God's sake. Right. He don't have to suffer.
Yeah, less being brutal. Yeah.
What is wrong with people saying that? When people say that, then people say, oh, you anti-Semitic. Or if you say, well, I'm for Israel going in and doing whatever they need to do to take care of it, then you're anti-Palestinian.
You gotta be really careful these days, because not even if you even at points say what you are believing, because even I know Sunny said it on The View. She said, you can be, because her grandfather is Jewish.
Right.
So she's saying, because of my family, I'm not going to speak against Jews, but I do not agree with the leadership over Israel right now.
Right.
So it's almost like you got to really tiptoe, because if you're saying something, the media can control the narrative and make you sound like you're against all Israel or whatever.
Now, the part that I didn't agree with her, I don't like her using the term genocide. Mm-hmm. I don't like her using that word, because when you use that word, that means that you want everything, whether it's in Gaza or out of Gaza, that's Palestinian, to be gone. To me, that's genocide. That's what Hitler did with the Jews. Yeah. He wanted genocide. No Jew. I don't want any Jew alive. To me, that's genocide.
Okay.
Fighting somebody who you feel is wants you dead, and the people allowing it to happen, in my opinion, is wrong, but you trying to destroy them, which is what I believe Benjamin is doing. I believe that's what the prime minister is doing. Mm-hmm. I don't think he has an end plan. I think he wants to flatten that whole place. That's my opinion. Now, I could be wrong, because if I tell you to go to the south and then I shoot up the south, and then I tell you to go to the north, I shoot up the north, I tell you to go in the middle, I shoot up the middle, to me, and I don't allow any food, any water, any electricity, any medicine in, to me, I think you're blaming me, if I'm there, on why Hamas did what they did. Mm-hmm. I really believe that. And I understand it. Trust me, I understand. It doesn't make it right.
Right.
But I understand that mentality.
Right.
If you voted them in and you allowed them to do the stuff that they was doing, you obviously must agree. But you got to look at our own country. Mm-hmm. Comeover was our president. Mm-hmm. He don't represent our whole country.
Mm-hmm. But the figurehead at the time, the commander-in-chief, I'm sure there are a lot of Russians in Russia that don't really agree with Putin. But dare they say anything?
And you can't say, well, they should have protested. No, because they under a regime that if they did, they would be killed.
They don't have that liberty.
They don't have the same liberty.
We are taking advantage of.
Yes. Yeah. So I don't like the anti-Semitic stuff that's going on. Mm-hmm. I don't like, people always, again, they go too far.
Too extreme.
Too extreme. Mm-hmm. Now, this is what the Anti-Defamation League said, a Jewish nonprofit. They took offense at what she said about Israel performing a genocide on the Gaza. They said the Jewish nonprofit that fights against anti-Semitism said in response to her claims that genocide is a legal term, and in no way do Israeli policies and actions meet this legal threshold. The ADL added that using the term genocide in this context is not only inaccurate, but misleading. It serves to demonize the state of Israel and to diminish recognized acts of genocide. I agree. That's what I said. Hitler was genocide.
Why would you even use that word?
Exactly, because she's a bobblehead. She's a bobblehead.
Because that's not a good word. It's like using the N-word. It's words that are not
it's
really
worse
good.
Than the N-word.
Not saying that this was the level of. I'm just saying there's words that's out there that we really shouldn't be putting in our vocabulary as we're talking.
Exactly.
Okay.
So there's a difference between you saying, let's just say us as an example, Black people. There's a difference in this country of you saying, I feel like all Black people in this country should be demolished and taken off the face of this earth. Versus, I was robbed, and I feel like everybody in that who robbed me and their family members should be put down. Because you knew he was a thief. You knew you raised a thief. That's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? To me, it's wrong. Both are wrong. Right. To me, it's wrong to say, why his grandmother got to go because he's a thief.
Yeah.
She couldn't stop him from breaking into your house or whatever. But that's not saying all Black people. You're concentrating on that one family right there.
Right.
So that's why I feel like, so I understand her sentiment. And like I said, I agree with her sentiment. The bobblehead was right. Again, a clock could be right twice in a day.
Mm-hmm.
There's a way that you can go to war with somebody and not be inhumane about it.
Yeah.
That's what I agree with. And only thing we can say, because none of us, nobody cares what we think. We got to pray.
That's all you can do.
That's all we can do. Mm-hmm. We got to pray on both sides. Because if this doesn't get taken care of, there will be a World War III. Mm-hmm. And America, I don't know if a lot of y'all know this, America has a base in Israel. So they're going to protect Israel at all costs. Any place that we have a base, they're going to protect at all costs.
Yeah, because we have one in Germany. We have one in Japan.
Oh, all right, so Lord, here we go.
Help us.
Everybody's saying hi to each other. Where am I at? Just happy. Oh, Emerald says, just happy to have heard from him. Emerald says, so happy that M. Perk seems to be doing okay. Oh, yeah. How y'all know about M. Perk being okay?